It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. This is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. Especially with all the media whirlwind in L.A., Phil Jackson is that guy. He kept things cool and collected in the locker room. He was a triple OC.
Triple OC, almost like a triple OG. But I'll tell you, great coaches have great relationships with their players. And those relationships go far beyond basketball.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. First game of this trip here for the Pistons. They're hoping to start it off with a W. It has not been a dramatic change this season to the performance last year in terms of the record, guys. Every game, though, a chance to get better as a team.
And checking out Detroit, they basically lived up to the expectations so far this season, and that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink.
Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. A bit ago, Stan Van Gundy and I were able to chat. The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
And thank you for that, Doris. There's a screen. Jackson kicks to Harris. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. And a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
Dellavedova, the pass to Rose. Count the bucket. Rose has got his first basket of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Inside. That's good from Harris on the assist by Udrih. 8 points for Tobias Harris. The Cavaliers trailing. James outside. Pass to Rose. Mozgov with the steal. Udrih dishes to Harris. He kicks to Meeks. Back to Harris. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
LeBron kicks to Rose. The pass to Dellavedova. And it's Rose penetrating. And it's Meeks with the rebound.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Shot from 12. And the rejection by James. Right side Rose. No good. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Detroit leading by 3. And Udrih kicks to Mozgov. Bullock passes to Harris. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harris has got 12 points in the game.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
LeBron dishes to Rose. Mozgov with the steal. They set the screen. Pass to Bullock. Shot clock at 5. Here's Udrih. And the layup is good.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed a turnover margin.
Here's Dellavedova. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Kevin Love out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Rose in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. In the third spot, the Pistons.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
First one falls for Mozgov. He's checked in for Drummond. Both free throws good from Rose. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Utah Jazz.
I think everyone who saw that game would just have to agree it was about what they could do defensively in terms of winning.
And I thought the activity was tremendous, all over the court defensively. And that kind of hustle is going to pay off for you, and it also is going to keep your coach happy.
And that one's good. Rose has got 6.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Detroit leading by 3. Now Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah. To the paint. Hollins kicks to Mozgov. Cavaliers with the rebound. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
And Hollins with the stuff.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Outside Jackson. Mozgov kicks to Johnson. Dishes to Jackson. For 3. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Rose attacking. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Pistons have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Jackson passes to Mozgov. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Mozgov sets a screen for Jackson. Johnson outside. Outside Jackson. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rose with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Out of bounds. Pistons ball. Detroit keeps possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Evans comes in for Rose. And James subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Detroit with a change here, too. Harris is checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And the first half comes to a conclusion.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with LeBron James. LeBron, how were you guys able to make that first half look so easy?
It's not easy at all. We're just flying around.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Tobias Harris. He has really been playing well.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a...
He's checked in for Cleveland. And Detroit with a change here, too. Andre Drummond's checked in for Mozgov. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Johnson is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Drummond in at the 5.
And they get one now. 1 of 5 here in the third.
Feeds it to Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 5th assist in this one.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Pass to Drummond. Off the pick, and he dunks it. After the pick, frees him up.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
To the paint. LeBron dishes to Dellavedova. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And here's Jackson. Harris, right side. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Pistons trail by 12. Here's Harris, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. And a Shumpert in there for Smith. Detroit also making some changes. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Harris. Jody Meeks comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Udrich in for Reggie Jackson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Udrich kicks to Hollins. He got right to the cup using that screen. Hollins has got his 2nd basket of the game.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Dellavedova kicks to Rose. To the right side. Dellavedova, the pass to Rose. Just 4 to shoot. Unloads from 13. Here's Frye. Lays it up and banks it in. Frye's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
To the inside, Drummond, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Udrich with the excellent feed that time.
Now the dish to Shumpert. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Rose, no good.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Now the feed to Johnson. Drummond dishes to Johnson. Back to Drummond. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Reggie Evans is checked in for Rose. And Detroit with a change. The Cavaliers leading by 5. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Rose. And it's Dellavedova in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that. I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Take a look at the game for Rose. He has 9 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. You always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
And the Pistons making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan did. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
And thanks for that story, Doris. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Jackson kicks to Drummond. And that one is hammered home.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Rose. Good, and the assist goes to James. 13 points for Rose.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
.136 left in the fourth quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Harris. He's got 21 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Harris drops them both.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a 1-possession ball game.
Cleveland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Dellavedova kicks to Rose. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Guys, it's their hard work inside that has them out in front, but they can't let off now. They've got to keep it going.
Good D by Johnson.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Drummond. Money!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
James against Johnson. throws, goes in.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And the Pistons making a change here. That's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Detroit with the ball. And they double up Jackson. Pistons passing it around.
And that's what you love to do as the road team, Kevin. Hit the big shot to take the crowd right out of it.
Well, they've done that for sure.
And did he ever? Sound level right now at 0.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He dishes it to Meeks. Nails the tray.
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Detroit. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Meeks. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. LeBron passes to Rose. It's good. This game is all even.
And he just big boyed him right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Jackson. Kicks to Caldwell-Pope from past the arc. He's off from 3. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
I realize this.
Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. So Cleveland will get the first possession. And away we go. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
I don't know if there's a fan base that...
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan.
another one, another one. DJ Khaled.